What's going on, guys? Your boy Waysupream back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This video right here, of course, we are on another sneakers release. It is Ghost sneakers for the Sacai release. I will be doing the Travis Scott release. I did not get a recording of the release that was today for the Mars Yards, the Toddlers, or whatever. I cooked 3 pairs. I got lucky, to be honest. It was because of Ghost. They do have an update. They're at 2.10 or whatever. It's working smooth. I'm going to tell you what mode worked for me because they did add a new mode in. It's called wrist mode. Let's just get right into it. All right. So, like I said, they updated 2.10.0. Let me get this out the way. I don't know if you have. Okay. Yeah, 2.10.0. It's called wrist mode. It's basically the mode that they had back in the day. It's where they pre-card it for you, and then once the release drops, they send the payment. I don't know why this is not the default mode. I ran some of my tasks regular mode, and then I ran some of them in wrist mode, and only task that entered in was wrist mode. So, in my opinion, I think wrist mode is better. This is going to be just a brief video because I have a lot of Ghost sneaker setup videos. If you do have Ghost, it's basically the same setup for every release. If you don't have Ghost, or you just got Ghost, or you're renting Ghost, then see my other videos, or watch this video like you're doing. And the setup is pretty easy. So like I always started off with, first thing you want to do is check for updates. Check for updates. Like I said, 2.10. Then you're gonna go into your wherever you're from. I'm from US, of course. You're gonna wait till this keeps going or whatever. It's gonna bring up the releases. My proxy provider right now they're doing like some updates or something, so it might say error fetching releases. But if it does say error fetching releases for yours, so that means your proxies are bad, like you see right now. It says that error fetching upcoming releases, but like I said, my proxy company, they are doing a couple of updates with the proxies. They will provide us with new proxies, but you just want to make sure that your proxies are good. I'm going with data center proxies. They're faster. They don't there's no gigabytes to it. Ghost burns the most gigabytes out of like any bot that you use. So if you do get a gigabyte plan, you do have to start like an hour or two early. You want to kind of make sure you get about 4 to 6 gigabytes. Nike sneakers, they are definitely cutting. They're finding ways to find out how you have multiple entries. So I wouldn't do no more than 3 profiles per entry. So that means when I say profiles, I mean not your actual shipping address. You can use the same shipping address and just click the random name, random apartment, random phone on. But when I mean different profiles, I mean the actual card number. Name doesn't matter, phone number doesn't matter. And if you don't live in a house and you live in an apartment, ask your friends if you could use their address. Ask your girlfriend, whatever. Ask somebody if you could use their address. And if you do get a home address, then click random apartment on. It jigs the address. I hear Nike sneakers hasn't really been cutting down from knowing the address. They've really been cutting down just from the actual card number. So I wouldn't go too crazy with the card number. I would do, like I said, 3 entries per card number. So whatever your profile is, wherever you live, just click random apartment on. I already created my task. So, if you wanted the SKU numbers, like I said, you'll just click the fetching button right here, and Sacai Blazers will be there. Both of them, the black pair will be there, white pair will be there. All you got to do is click it. I recommend you go for all sizes. The multi-sizing will pop up here. It'll be like 4/4.5/5/5.5, or whatever. I'll go for all sizes. So once you click it, they have all the available sizes that they're getting. All you got to do is toggle the multi-sizing on. Like I said, once you click the Sacai Blazer, then your URL, it would already have the SKU number for it. For the site, like I said, I would go with risky mode. It works the best. It's designated for Snkrs app. So it's basically the same thing as toggling on the Snkrs app, but it's just risky mode, meaning that it will pre-cart and get the cookie before the release. So say if you started an hour before the release, it will try to get that cookie before the release. And once the release drops at 10 o'clock, it's already validating payment and it's already sending that payment through. It worked like a charm for me. Like I said, I only got 35 accounts entered out of 170, and I got 3 pairs. So it worked like a charm for me. I would say Ghost is back if you ask me. Like I said, use all your profiles. If you guys need more card numbers, you need to generate more private card numbers. Go with privacy, go with token, go with Revolt. Now Revolt, they finally came to the US. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of Revolt cards. You do need to have the money in your Revolt account before you can purchase the shoe. So it's not like privacy, where privacy you could have, say if you have $300 in your privacy account and you generate all the cards and you have 10 charges of privacy from your privacy card, and say if the charges are $1,000, it will overdraft your account. But I don't see that as a bad thing if you ask me, because I mean, you're cooking pairs that are flipping for triple, quadruple the amount. I'm not saying the Sacais are going to sell for that much, but just in any case, if you're going for any limited sneaker on Snkrs app, you could always replenish your bank account, after, you could deal with that later. So say if they charge you 1,000, and they don't even take the money out of your account that day. Let me make sure this camera's right. Okay, yeah. They don't take the money out of your account that day. It's like a check. So it takes like 2 to 3 days for them to take the money out of your account. If you don't have the money in your account, it still will clear it as if you did have the money in your account. So just, if you have a privacy account, you can email them too and ask for a higher limit. The first limit, I think it starts at $100 actually, which is horrible. It only gives you $100, but I emailed them right away and they raised it up to $500 a week that you can spend in privacy, and I think it's $1,500 you can spend in a month. They're actually raising it up again. So if I was you, if you want to get your limit up to like $1,500 a week in charges, just everyday purchases that you're making, like online, just use your privacy card, and they'll take the money out of your bank account and you'll build up a rapport with them or whatever. What I did was all proxies that I bought, all keys that I bought, not Supreme. Privacy doesn't work for Supreme yet. They do have a specific privacy card that does work with Supreme. That's a whole another video. But any other website, Kith, Undefeated, whatever, if you're doing your online shopping, you're buying proxies, you're buying a server, your weekly subscriptions, your monthly subscriptions, just use a privacy card instead of using your actual debit card to build up a rapport with them, and they'll lift your limits no problem, probably to $1,500. I think the highest you can get is like $5,000 a week. Now, I would have a good chunk of money in the account so privacy can read that, okay, this guy has money in his account. I'm just going to let him spend it. Like tomorrow, I'll probably put like, $800 in the bank account connected to my privacy card. So if I do hit crazy, say if I get $2,000 worth of shoes, it will go through. So privacy, token, Revolt, and your regular debit cards is what I'll be using. The key is having more card numbers to accounts. So you want to go three accounts to one card number. So only 3 entries. I wouldn't do anything more than that. They start to filter it out after that, because that's the only way. It's like an IP address. That's the only way that they can designate that this person is the same person, because they are using the same card. It's the easiest way for them to catch you. They can't really catch you with your, like I said, with your profile. With your address. They can't really catch you with that if you do random apartment, because it's they jig it up a little bit. It's still good enough for your UPS man to ship it to your house, but not good enough for their machines to catch that this is the same person picking up the shoe. Especially in complexes, if they think people are in complexes, it's not that hard for the people in the same complex to purchase a shoe from Nike Sneakers, so they won't cancel you out like that. Like I said, it's the card where they're really catching people. I'm just giving you all the analytics of what happened today on my release. So like I said, SKU number, I would go for every size for a higher chance. I would use all profiles if I was you. Quantity as 3. So that means each profile, like I said, the profile is just the card number. Each profile is going to have 3 accounts entering in for them. So I have like what? I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, so say if I had 20 accounts with all profiles on 3 for each account, 20 times 3, 20, 40, 60. You're basically using 60 proxies. 60 accounts for 20 profiles. There's 2 pairs of shoes coming out. So you're going to use 120 accounts for 20 profiles. Only 3 are going to be entered with the same card number. They will not. I don't think they will catch you like that. If you want to be safer, just do 1 per card number. So you'll have it's not about, I keep saying this, it's not about the amounts of accounts that you enter. It's how you're entering them, how unique they look from, like I said, the card number, how many times you enter it, your proxies, things of that nature. I'm going with risky mode 100%. The Discord and Ghost says to use half of your tasks with risky, half of your tasks with sneakers. But if you're just on regular sneakers, what happens is when you click play, it says getting cookie at 10 o'clock. It takes a while for it to get a cookie. So at by the time it's 10 o'clock, your task is trying to get that cookie if you're under this mode right here, the sneakers app mode. And by the time you do get a cookie, they're sold out already. This mode right here puts it in your cart already, gets the cookie while you're waiting. So you want to start like an hour and a half before. Once the release comes, you already have the cookie, you're already on the site, and it just goes and it tries the payment. Like exactly at 10 o'clock, the entries went all the way up to 35 immediately. So I wouldn't mess with sneakers mode. I really wouldn't mess with that mode. I'm going all risky tomorrow. Another thing you have to do is you got to make sure that you open the harvester. Now they're saying about 1,000 data to about 2,000. So what you're going to do is you're going to click open harvester. Let me just log this out real quick. Okay. Make sure you have the Google Chrome extension. You can get that. I will have that in the link right here. You need the Google Chrome extension from Ghost in order to harvest the data from Nike.com. So you want to make sure you have that downloaded for all the people who are new with Ghost and who aren't in the Discord. I will have that in the link below. They actually updated that too to 1.1.3. They made it a little easier for Nike to, not find out that there's an extension on there harvesting data for you. But what you're going to do is you're going to click open harvester, click login. This page is going to come up, but don't worry. This is normal. That page is supposed to come up. Then after you already downloaded your Google Chrome, this is the data harvester. This is how it looks. As you can see, I harvested almost 2,500 data today for the Mars Yard release, and it keeps the data for you too. It doesn't reset. So every release, I would keep doing this. But this page pops up. You click your little Google Chrome extension right here. Of course, we're going under Nike. You click this. You toggle that on to the login. This pops up right here, which is the Nike.com website. And all you have to do is you just keep clicking. And this number right here, it'll start going up or whatever. As you see it, it's going up now. You just keep clicking. It's gathering data from this website. It is the weirdest thing ever. All you got to do is this. You just keep clicking. And let's see if it stops, because sometimes it stops. So you just keep clicking, get at least 1,000, 2,000 of these in. Okay, so it stopped, right? So you don't have to do that whole process over again. All you have to do is refresh. So once you refresh, it should, as you see, it lets you click again. So you just keep clicking. And after it stops, you click refresh. keep clicking. Now, if it doesn't let you go through, like after it stops and say you hit refresh and it doesn't let you go through, then what you want to do is you want to just click on a product and it lets you click again. So you just want to keep, roaming the site and getting as much data. And this is actually helping me as I'm doing this, showing you guys, because I'm harvesting data for the Sacai release tomorrow. But like I said, just keep refreshing, keep trying to click. Just get as much data as you can. If they're saying 2,000, get 3,000 clicks in, get as much clicks as you can. And why not? You don't want that to be an excuse for, why you couldn't cook. But that's what the Open Harvester does. So I'm just going to do a recap of that, so I'm very clear. Let's go back under Ghost, make sure my video is still recording. All right, we're 15 minutes in, almost 16 minutes in this video. AIO. Go Snkrs, you're going to click Open Harvester. This is going to pop up. You're going to click Login. The error 404 page is going to pop up. This, make sure it's toggled off before you hit login. Then you're just gonna, toggle it on. This pops up and you click. It's very, very simple. And, even if you do have it logged on, I guess it works. As you see, it's still collecting data for me or whatever. But that's a very simple process. But you want to make sure you do that. They're saying that's like a very, very important thing or whatever. That's basically, it's basically the whole grasp of it. I'm just going to do a recap. Make sure your proxies are good. If you see in this error message right here, your proxies are not good, make sure your proxies are good tonight. You don't want to wake up in the morning at 8 Eastern Standard Time and you get the screen and you don't know why your proxies aren't working. You're going to click that refresh button, like I said. Sacai will pop up here where this is, and right here you'll click that. You'll have all the sizes automatically pop up for you. You click multi-sizing, the SKU will be there already. You want to only run, in my opinion, you can do whatever you want with how many tasks you run, but in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions, you only want to do about 3 entries per account. If you want to be safe, do 1-to-1. So one account, which is, like I said, a different card number to one Nike account, which will give you 1 entry. So I'm doing 3 entries per card number. It doesn't matter about your billing, as long as you have random apartment, random name, random phone on. It will jig that up. Your UPS man will know where to bring it. So after you do that, you're not gonna, you can try both modes if you want. Don't do desktop Nike mode. It doesn't work. It's not compatible. If you want to switch it up, do Snkrs mode and risky mode, that's great. I'm telling you, risky mode pre-carts the item for you, gets the cookie before the release. So by the time the release happens at 10 o'clock, it's already entering in for you. It's automatic. It's super fast. Of course, depending on how your proxies are. I would run DC proxies if I was you. You can go to oculusproxies.com. They have weekly proxies. You can get 90 proxies right now. Yeah. Sorry. You can get 90 proxies right now you can get 100 proxies right now for $76 after you use the code Oculus. Just type in Oculus and it takes off about $14. And you have those proxies for the week. It's a big week. We got Travis Scott dropping. I will be doing a Go Setup video for that. Of course, the Sacai's are dropping tonight. I'm sure a whole bunch of other shit is dropping in between the week. So if you get them today, you'll have 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You'll have them till October 16th. It's worth it in my opinion. I'm sorry, I'm getting sick. It's worth it in my opinion. Make sure you have all your profiles in. Double check the card numbers. Make sure your card numbers are right. Click use. Make sure when you click use all profiles, the test profile isn't in there. Make sure you delete the test profile because it will be assigned to a task if it's in there and you click use all profiles. So make sure the test profile is not in there. I'm going risky mode, like I said. Snkrs mode is the mode where it tries to get the cookie at the time of the release. In my opinion, that's basically like starting a bot late. I don't understand why I feel like they figured it out with risky mode. Maybe not, because I only ran it once and it worked for me. So I'm going all risky mode. I can't express that enough. Once you got the SKU, you're multi-sizing. Use all profiles, 3 per card number. Risky mode. Well, how many accounts you have, do that. So if you only have 60 accounts, then just click 1. If you click 3. If you only have 20 accounts and you have 20 profiles, just click 1. So just times it by how many profiles you have. You have 20 profiles times 3, 60. It's 60 accounts being used. If you have 20 profiles times 1, it's only 20. 20 times 2 is 40 accounts being used. So there's 2 pairs of shoes. You could so you can do 6 entries, 3 for the white, 3 for the black. So it's basically double. It's always great when there's 2 pairs of rare shoes coming out at once because it gives you more tasks. They're both about the same resale rate. I think the highest price in resale is at 8.5. Just putting that out there. But I'm going for anything. Of course, there's Sacai's. They're gonna flip. By the time you get them in the door, you're already probably looking at a $200, $210, $250 profit. Even more if you hold them or whatever. They're probably selling for like $500 right now after the release. I can see them going up to probably like $625, $700, something like that. Depending on the sizes, like I said, 8.5 is the best size. 8 is second. I'm going for all sizes. I don't care, 4, 3, whatever the sizes. I'm going for them all. So I'm sorry, guys. I keep repeating. I just want to make sure I get all the information out there. SKU, multi-sizing, quantity as 3 because you only want to run 3 credit cards per profile. Risky mode. Make sure you toggle all these on. Random name, random apartment, random phone. If you live in an apartment, I would still risk it or ask a friend. You basically only need about 2 houses. Not even. You can use 1 house. I got 9 pairs of shoes into 1 household by clicking the random apartment on. And what was a total of 12 pairs that I got of the Commerce to Home at that time? 15, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I got 9 pairs in 1 household and 6 pairs in the other household, in the other house. And, I got 9 and 6 in, so that's only 2 houses. If you get 1 house, I think 9 pairs of Sacai's are pretty good, if you ask me. So you basically don't worry about the house number. I keep on getting questions on Instagram and Twitter, like, I have these profiles, but I don't have different house number. I don't have different houses to bring them to. And I keep telling them, as long as you got that random name, random apartment, random phone on, you jig it jigs it for you. So you don't need a lot of household addresses. You basically need 1. If you're trying to go massive, then okay. I know at least 5 people with households right now. With house addresses right now that I could send them to. People I trust, my cousin, my wife's mom's house, our house, my mom's house. I know a whole bunch of people that I could send it to. So that shouldn't really be a problem as long as you got this jig on. Then you click create task. Your tasks show up here. You always, in my opinion, I always test one just to see, what the hell's going on. My proxies aren't working right now, so it's not going to pop up. But if you see this right here, when you click play, if this is on for about 5 minutes, that means your proxy is bad. You don't ever want to see waiting for product, especially if the product is already loaded up on the Snkrs app. This should go getting SKU number, and this right here should change to Nike Sacai. The SKU number changes into the description of the shoe, and it will automatically randomly pick one of these sizes. So when you're doing multi-sizing, it's not like it's making a task for each size that you have in multi-sizing. It grabs one of the sizes from this little area right here. So it just grabs one of those. This goes to Sacai. It says it should say getting cookie. If you have risky mode on. If risky mode isn't on, it will say where's that test that I started? It will say getting cookie at 10. But I do, like I said, guys, I cooked 3 of the Mars yards today, and I cooked them from all my risky mode tasks. I wish I would have ran more risky. It would have been a huge cook. I wish I would have ran more risky mode tasks. I had 170 tasks, 35 of them were risky mode. I was doing a 2-to-1 ratio, so I had 2 Snkrs tasks to 1 risky task, and all my risky tasks went in, and not one of my Snkrs, not one of this toggled on, not one of those tasks even entered. So I mean, that's basically it, guys. Good luck with your comment. Thank you for subscribing. I have like 550. I get like 30 subscribers every video. At 700 subscribers, I will be giving away the Jordan 1 satin toes and a size 12 woman. That is a men's 10.5. That is at 700 subscribers. Guys, thank you for following me. Ask me questions on Instagram at Waysupream, or Twitter at Let Me Draw the Boat. Basically self-explanatory. There's an extra T at the end now. I got locked out of my old Twitter, so I have backup Twitter, which has more followers than the Twitter that I made for YouTube. So just Let Me Draw the Boat. It will be in the link description. Let Me Draw the Boat, 2 T's. Discord is Let Me Draw the Boat, just with 1 T. Number 4462. I really appreciate you guys for following me, man. I really appreciate you guys for asking me questions. And I'm out, guys. Good luck tomorrow.